I would like to show you how to make Christmas tags so you'll have them ready for your Christmas presents this Christmas. And they're simple and easy to make. You can make them using leftover cardstock, embellishments, stickers, whatever you have in your stash, and that's the best part about them. You're using up your leftovers. So it's really simple and easy to make them, and you can make some samples like these that I quickly made up. And let me start by showing you what we will need. So push them to one side. Now you will need a trimmer and preferably a form of a tag punch. Now if you don't have a tag punch, you can still use them just by simply using a trimmer, snipping the ends, and I'll show you how to do that, and using a hole punch. Or if you really don't have any leftovers and you'd like to make them from a box, Creative Memories has a kit like this called an Under the Tree card kit. I think we have a new one on the way, and you can simply create a tag by using the pre-cut pieces. And the best thing about doing them this way is it takes out all the guesswork, because all your pieces, if I can put them up the right way, are all numbered to help you do them. So that's also another option. But let's start by showing you how to create your tags if you're using a tag punch. Now Creative Memories released this tag punch last month, and it's quite easy to use. So what we will need to do is cut the length of our tag. Now I might make these 3.5 inches wide. I'm going to use a piece of leftover gold shimmer paper, and they will need to be 2.5 inches wide if you intend to get the full beveled edge. With this tag maker you can do a 1-inch punch, a 2-inch punch, and a 2.5-inch punch, but we're going to do the 2.5 inch wide. So let's find 2.5 inches. And now that's cut and ready to use. Let's pop this to one side. Open up our punch, and sliding in the 2.5 inch width, slide it all the way in. Now you could make your tag bigger depending on how much you think you might want to write on it. I've made it like this one, like that. Or you could make it, let me cut a wider piece. Get rid of our scraps. So let's make it, say, 5 inches wide. And this lovely blue shimmer paper. Get rid of our scraps. And these are great because you get to use up your scraps. Let's go 2.5 inches wide. There we go. So that's, you can see that's a lot longer. But I can punch both ends doing that by creating it a little bit bigger. So we have the tag on either end. So if you want to put the curling ribbon tied to your gift, you can do that. And we end up with a double-ended tag like that. Now before we decorate them, let's talk a little bit more about making our tags. If you were going to make a tag and you didn't have this nifty tag or a tag punch, any tag punch, but particularly this nifty tag punch, pop this to one side. All you need to do is cut the width of your tag So we'll do it again at 2.5 inches, roughly. And I think that's about 5 inches long, a little bit more than that, 5.25. And what you will need to do is you will need to, lining it up to the 45-degree angle on your trimmer, just cut corners off so you get that tag. Flip it over and we'll do it again. So you get a tag-like shape. And I didn't do a very good job of that. Let's get rid of that and we'll try that again. There we go, and you see you kind of get a tag. So it's a whole lot harder to do, and you can see mine is not absolutely right, so I'd prefer to use a tag maker. But then if you get your angles right, it's just a matter of popping a hole through the center. Okay, we use a hole punch. Now that I have my tag right, let's get that right. And you can see you can create a tag. Not quite as pretty as my tag maker did, but you get the same idea. So from there we will need to decorate our tags. And you can use scraps of cardstock. Now, if you're like me, you have a scraps box with cardstock. And this is not my actual scrap box because it's got like way too much in it. But anyway, I've pulled a few pieces out for you to see. And Christmas colours that we might be able to use to create some decorative designs. So let's pull out some and let's see what we can create. Whoops. Might pull that piece out as well. Okay, so you can see in my samples, some of them I've given a decorative edge. So if you like our trimmer, we have decorative blades and you can use those to create gorgeous edges. Or you could just cut the straight edge, but I think they give a really nice finish. So I'm going to do some in white. Let's change one of our blades over. Let's do let's do a decal blade. I'm feeling like that's quite Christmassy. Take our blade out, switch it over. As easy as that. And let's do it about 2.25 inches because they were 2.5 inches, and that'll give us enough to do a nice decorative edge on both sides. That'll be 2 inches wide. And then you'll need a ruler to work out what length you're going to make it. So if I'm looking at this, I'm going to be looking at about 3 3/4 inch tag, roughly. So let's try to roughly get that 3 3/4 inches. And we can line that up and see how that's going to fit. If you want to take a little bit more off, which I think I might do, make it 3 1/2. This is a great way, like I said, to use up your scraps, and they're quite easy to do, and people love getting personalised tags. So in my little mess here is a tape runner. Let's adhere that. And I've already picked out some tags and embellishments to pop on our page. So this one, I'm thinking could be like a little cookie and milk, and enough room to pop the to and from here. So we could do that. That's easy. My OCD is working. I like to keep them nice and straight. My family all likes to get together, and we have just a day of making tags because it's so much fun. And it's a beautiful time at Christmas to spend together because Christmas gets so busy and crazy. So there's a nice simple tag. Let's measure how big this one is. We do about 3 inches, 2 1/2 inches long. Should give us a nice amount to work with. Let's have a look at putting something from one of our punches on there that I haven't done. All right, here's a good choice. Maybe some acorns, which are quite Christmassy. Some brown cardstock. I'm feeling like acorns can't be any other colour but brown. And a bit of greenery, I think, is required. I'll have a leaf punch. Every craft room should have a leaf punch. I think that they're just so versatile. And this 3-in-1 punch, which you can't get anymore, I just love it. It does 3 different styles of leaf, so you have to do multiple punches. But I always keep the leftovers of what I don't use because they can be used on something else. Just a bit of greenery there. And I think that makes a really lovely simple tag. Pop our little leftover leaves aside. Back in the scrap box. Let's adhere that. And this time I'm going to use the repositionable tape runner because I'll do that on the back of this. The repositionable tape runner makes it nice and easy to stick things down very quickly. I used to use an adhesive glue pen, not anymore. If you have everything already punched out, this is something you could sit and do in front of the TV quite easily. Because you don't need much space to do it. Put that down there. That's nice and easy. Still space to write. Okay, our last tag. We will need... And I think I'll just go with the white again because it's easy. Move that out the road. And we might keep the decorative blade in there because that does a really lovely job. 2 1/4 inches wide. Let's use our ruler once again to see how long our tag is. Inches would be good. About a 4-inch space. So 3 3/4 should do it. I'll have to trim off one end. So we get that lovely decorative edge. And that's quite gorgeous. It's going to fit quite nicely. Now I think I'm going to turn this tag, put it close to that end, and pop it that way because I've picked out a Christmas tree. Let's see if we can fit our little holly jolly on there, maybe up the top. Might be too wide, I think, so we might be looking for something else. And this might be the case of trying to find a sticker that will work. Let's see, what do we have here? Maybe holly and jolly might work quite nicely. You could actually use foam squares, and we might do that to pop our Christmas tree on. And also you could decorate your tree with little bling bits as well. Foam squares are my best friend. I just love them. They add such great dimension to any paper craft. 4 should be enough. Which ones am I missing? Yep. In my little pile here, I think I have maybe I can use the word cheer just down the bottom. Let's see. Oh, I'm going to leave that out. I don't even think it needs it. So as you can see, tags are really, Christmas tags are really super easy to make. And whole lot of fun for everyone to get involved with. And it's just a matter of letting your imagination run wild. Some of them I've used punches, some I've used embellishments, and I think they make really lovely pieces to attach to your beautiful gifts you have. We do a homemade Christmas, so that's what started us off. We made our Christmas gifts and decided to make our tags as well. If you want to do a little bit of pen work like I've done on this one, it really is simple. It's just a matter of adding dashes or dots. And I'm doing it too far for me to see properly, but you get the general idea. And you can see that adds a whole lot more to your tag. So it just gives it a little bit of extra. So you can see there's our double tags. I hope you have fun making your tags. Thank you.